I've done one video looking back at the watch industry and the watch world in 2020, done another one looking at the watch world for 2021. Now I'm going to do one quick video to wrap this year up looking at my channel, both a little bit what I did over 2020 and what I'm planning to do, hoping to do next year in 2021. Hi, welcome back to Not So Obvious Watches for the last time this year. And again, I'm Pete McConville. Yes, again for the last time this year, but I'll be Pete McConville again next year, I promise you. Okay, so a quick look back at this year. This year could be marked externally by COVID. That pretty much affected all of our lives and made everything weird. For me, what I've noticed it did was it drove me into my own head. I found it difficult to keep track of a lot of stuff that was going on outside. I think looking back, when I look back at like what I was trying to do with work and family and everything else, there really wasn't a lot of energy, a lot of mojo left. And what I sacrificed was all of the watch news stuff, a lot of the watch industry analysis, all of my watch reviews. I did some hot takes here or there, but I think I did like one, maybe two watch reviews all year. And instead, I tended to spend a lot of time on my own thoughts, my own head, why I had certain watches, that sort of thing. That wasn't terrible. And in fact, the Why This Watch series I really liked, and that's something I'm going to continue doing. But I did miss doing that more analysis stuff. I think one of the reasons why is the obvious one that I've already spoken about was just everything that was going on with the whole pandemic kind of drove me into my own head. The other thing which you might not be aware of, I might have mentioned it before, but this space that I'm recording in right now, which is my kind of studio, is also my editing suite, is also where I play games if I'm going to play computer games, if I'm going to play WoW. Just around the other side of this partition, on the other side of this camera, is where I had my bike set up for if I tried to do indoor training. And for 10 months of the year, this one little space, which I think is like 3 meters by 3 meters, was also my work office. And I think that really impacted me as well. I was finding, particularly in the kind of halfway, three-quarter way through the year, that I really had more than enough time in this space. And combine that with lockdowns and weather in Melbourne and a whole bunch of other things, there wasn't a lot of other places I could go. And I think the channel suffered for that. As I said, it kind of drove me into my own head. I spent a lot of time outside thinking about things, scripting things away from my computer where I couldn't do a lot of research, where I couldn't do a lot of editing. And then when it came to the channel, what I would do is just sit down and talk. And whilst on some level that was great, and some of you really enjoyed it, and I kind of did. No, I did enjoy it. It's not everything I want to be. It's not everything I want this channel to be. And I know some of you kind of noticed that. And there were some comments, particularly towards the end, when I did start finding my rhythm again. Some of you were kind of welcoming that back. And if it's any consolation, so was I. So what happened to the channel? I basically doubled in size. I doubled. I went from a little bit around about 1,500 subs at the beginning of the year. I'm now over 3,500. My viewership has kind of doubled. Everything's kind of got better, but to be frank, not as much as I would have liked. Now, that is entirely understandable. I have never done the things. I pay attention because out of intellectual curiosity, I kind of do pay attention to the analytics and what I need to do, but I've never factored that in. I've never chased the number. I've never chased the algorithm. Where am I at right now looking forward? I started this channel so that people would hear my voice. I started this channel so that people would hear what I had to say. You know, I'm enough of a narcissist, enough of an egoist, but also realistic enough to acknowledge that. That's the purpose of this. It's not to yell into the void, it's to yell at people. So I want the channel to grow. And I think what I've found is maybe some other people can just stumble on the success and explode. I can't. I'm going to have to chase that a little bit. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like. I think some of it is obvious. It's actually returning to the things I was doing in the past. A little bit more analysis, a little bit more news, a little bit more watch reviews. Those things I know generate views. Those things I know generate growth. And I probably should have been doing them this year, and I'll probably go back to it next year. Certainly not, I'm not talking, by the way, I'm not talking sweeping changes to the channel. I'm talking slight changes of emphasis. I think I will. It's not in my nature to care about video and sound quality. I've been fiddling with it lately. It's become clear to me that I have to. I know the YouTube algorithm really has been switched around a little bit and really rewards quality over quantity. Having like daily low res, low quality footage used to be the way to go. I don't think it is anymore. I think I've got to start focusing on upping my game from a production point of view. You might have noticed I've been fiddling. The last couple of videos have come out in 4K format, stuff like that. The color balance has been all over the place. As to get to 4K, I've had to choose it. I've had to use a new camera, and I'm still figuring out how those profiles work. So, and it's coming through with a really red magenta heavy hue. I'm struggling to get rid of that even in post processing. So you're gonna get to see me do some filming and editing experiments. What else might I do next year? I'm not sure. I'll probably, you know, what I might actually do is consult with some other creators about what do they find works for them, and I'm going to have to probably do some videos, do some content deliberately to try and chase some numbers. Never fear, I'm not going to go completely down the listicle route. I might do the odd one or two. I am never going to start doing unboxings. You can trust me, you're never going to see a reaction video from me. So I'm not sure exactly what I will do, but you know, heads up, fair warning, I probably will try and do some more click-friendly stuff. Now, some other things which are going to happen next year? I have done a couple of like group chat type things. They're an absolute ball. I want to keep doing those if other people will have me on their programs. I might try and organize one or two myself. I will definitely do some single-handed one-only streaming. I've got to figure out how to do that and how that works best. I've been watching some people doing it lately, and there's a wide variety of ways of doing it. I'm not sure what model I would like to take. So there'll be some of that. What else are we looking forward to next year? That's really about it. It's a little bit like what you've been seeing, a bit more external type stuff, a bit higher quality, and a fair bit more external facing stuff, less of what's going on in here, and some more stuff about the watch world, the watch news, the watch analysis that so many of you came to the channel to see. That's really about it. How long have I been talking? Coming up on 9-ish, 10-ish minutes. So we'll wrap this up now. What I would like is if there are things you would like to see me do, I make zero promises that I will do these things. Or not do them. So if there are things you would like to see me do, if there are questions you would like to see me sort of probe through next year, or conversely, if there are things you would really like me not to do, and things that you would not like me to go down next year, put them in the comments below. I'll have a long, hard look. I will promise you that I will think about them, but I won't promise you I will do them. But yeah, if I will never have the opportunity if you don't tell me what you'd like to see. So stick them in the comments below. One last thing, thank you everyone. I have, even though I haven't grown as much as I wanted to, I have still continued to enjoy having this channel. And I know I'm not yelling into the void because you guys come back and provide me with fantastic feedback and comments. And that is, even the ones I don't like, even the ones that are critical, I really value. And so thank you so much for everyone. I know Christmas and all the other holidays are behind us now. We've got Happy New Year coming. So I hope you've had a good year, as good a year as it can be, coming up to the new year. Hope you have a really great new year. And I hope for all of us, 2021 is just a whole lot better than 2020. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you next year. Bye.